What is up, guys? Arm here today, and today I have for you a video on some of the changes that are coming in the Dawn of the Lost Continent update that released today, December 6th. So this is a lot of stuff to cover, so I'm going to break these into separate little videos here and use it to kind of reduce the amount of information that you get at one time. So with that being said, this video is going to be on the changes to classes. So several classes got some skill changes, and we're going to go through that right now. Not skill changes, but actual balance changes to make them more balanced in gameplay. So anyway, first one up is the Blade Dancer. So the Blade Dancer got some soul shield balance changes, basically, is the big change on this one. So the 8-piece dextrous soul shield set used to give you a 20% damage increase on Lightning Flash, Wind Flash, Rolling Typhoon, Thundering Typhoon. So that got dropped to 10%, and instead that extra 10% got added to the 3-piece set of the dextrous soul shield. So it just splits it up for newer players so they get their little bonus a little earlier on the 3-piece set instead of needing to get the full 8-piece set of the dextrous soul shield. In addition to that, another change is that Phantom Grip has a text change that basically says that the damage that you were blocking when you're holding something gets applied to that character instead of going nowhere. So those are your changes to Blade Dancer, major changes to the Blade Dancer class. Destroyer received some tooltip adjustments. Also, the Awakened Mighty Cleave skill got a change. So basically they reduced the delay on that one, so you can anti-cancel it better during soul burn, which is pretty cool. It helps you increase your DPS a little bit. F, same thing. Your grab as the Blade Dancer that we just mentioned. Your F can go ahead and apply the damage to the person you're holding. Just a tooltip fix, always work that way. Typhoon Q can now be used with 10 focus when that's move 1, your first move's back on it. So before there was an issue where it wouldn't be able to be cast, but now it can cast with 10 focus remaining. Persistence also fixed a little bug fixes with it being used during knockdowns or pairing with Hurricane, things like that. Little quality of life improvements to make it a little bit more balanced. Force Master. So the 3-piece set for the Elemental Soul Shield now reduces the cooldown of Phantom Grip by 25%. The 8-piece reduces the cooldown of Phantom Grip by 25% as well, down from 50%. So just like the Blade Dancer, they're splitting up the bonuses of the Soul Shield set to make it more accessible to newer players. So that is the Elemental Soul Shield set for the Force Master. Next is the Gunslinger, and this is a nerf party galore on the Gunslinger, so everybody can be happy that their Gunslingers won't be doing as much damage anymore. Although I do feel as though there's a bit of more of a nerf to the Shadow Gunslinger, which kind of confuses me, because the Fire Gunslinger is the better spec. So anyway, let's go through these changes here and try and digest them. So this is going to be a bit longer, I apologize. So the 3-piece Soul Shield set for the Sharpshooter Soul Shield set decreases the damage of Quick Shot and Dark Shot from 30% to 15%, and from Bulletstorm from 45% to 30%. So for Shadow Gunslinger, huge hit on your damage right there. But all of that is recouped by the 8-piece set. So basically you need to get your 8-piece BT set in order to get the same bonuses you had for your 3-piece BT set and or your 5 BT and 3 MSP, which is what I've been running. Basically that comes down to a 10% DPS nerf to the Shadow Gunslinger, a little bit less to the Fire Gunslinger because they do more on the burst bullets and canceling with right mouse button. So major nerf right there to the Gunslinger. Stormcaller Soul Shield set now increases the damage of Scorched Earth, Killshot, and Bullrush on the 3-piece set by 20%, down from 50%, and the 8-piece Soul Shield set increases the damage of Bulletstorm down from 80% to 60%, increases the damage of Quickshot down to 45%, down from 65%. So just a flat-out nerf all across the board on the Stormcaller Soul Shield set as well, which is pretty lame for the Gunslinger as far as their damages go. That one will impact the Fire Gunslinger a bit more than the previous. Alright, so those are Soul Shield set changes. Now on to Tombstone. Tombstone has a little bit of a delay, if you've ever noticed, between when you can start casting spells again. So they got rid of that delay, so it should be easier to get your 5 stacks of burst bullets off on the Gunslinger. So that's pretty cool. Skystone has been changed so that it uses focus. There was a bug where it wasn't. Right mouse button, so bulletstorm during Shadow Bulletstorm when you're using the when you go into light speed, that damage has been increased between 11 and 39 focus. I still don't think it's going to be enough to compensate for how little damage the skill does, so you're still never going to want to go into Bulletstorm. I really don't know what the purpose of that change was, but hey, they tried. So next, Dark Mark now lasts for 10 seconds, up from 6 seconds, and grants 150 additional damage, up from 100, so a little buff to the Dark Mark skill. Whipline gives you a 1/10 of a second of extra iframes, so you get a resist of damage for 8/10 of a second, up from 7/10 of a second. True Shot fixes the delay between skills being used between True Shot, so when you go ahead and get that F proc, they got rid of the delay, so you can go into more stuff. Bullrush and Killshot. So here's another one that's a little bit of a nerf to the Gunslinger. So the Tiger Bracelet would proc off of Bullrush as well. So you could use that with a lower cooldown to keep your Tiger Bracelet up more often on the Gunslinger. So now they fixed a change where skill bonuses were incorrectly applied when using Killshot or Bullrush with Tiger Bracelet. So basically what I'm gathering from this is they're making it so Tiger Bracelet you need to use Scorched Earth and can't use those lower cooldown skills. But maybe they're changing the balances or something like that. But regardless, it should be a nerf to the Gunslinger as well. And the last big change is on Undertaker. So your 4 skill, move 1 decreases Dark Light by 50 whenever you use it, instead of only during a successful hit. So nice little quality of life there, so you can use that between dungeon fights or whatever. Alright, we're off of Gunslinger, onto the Kung Fu Master. So, Soul Shield sets for Kung Fu Master. The Southern Tiger Soul Shield reduced damage on Swift Strike and Tiger Strike to 15% from 20%, 5% nerf, and a 10% decrease on Cyclone Kick and Searing Blow. 8-piece increases the damage of Smite up to 150%, so 30% increase on that, and increases the damage of Common Strike by 50% up from 30%, so that's 20% increase on that. So nice little, I guess, buff overall to the Tiger Soul Shield set. 3-piece Dauntless Soul Shield set. Tiger, Searing Blow, Cyclone Kick, all up to 20% from 15%, and the 8-piece reduces the cooldown by 20% of Tremor, so little buffs as well to the Dauntless Soul Shield set. 3-piece of the Puglist Soul Shield set, the damage of Swift Strike, Tiger Strike, Cyclone Kick, Searing Blow by 15%, so just a bonus added onto that, flat out, straight out bonus, which is pretty cool. And then the 8-piece increases the damage of Swift Strike and Tiger Strike by 30%, down from 45%, and Cyclone Kick and Searing Blow to 60%, down from 75%, so a nerf on the Puglist Soul Shield set, other than the added in damage of the 3-piece. So you can run a 3-piece, get your bonus, and run 5-piece of something else. But anyway, so those are the changes to the Soul Shields on that. Also, a big change on Searing Palm. Searing Palm, your X skill increases crit damage by 5, 10, 15, 20% per stage instead of a flat 10% regardless of the stage. So a little buff to your Searing Palm as well for keeping your 4 stacks of Searing Palm up. You'll always have more critical damage. Soul Fighter, Snowball right mouse button applies frost damage, additional damage to targets affected by frozen or airborne. Your Displace skill can no longer send enemies into airborne that should not be able to be sent into airborne. And Self-Defense Chi has a remove debuff added to the tooltip, so your Self-Defense Chi removes debuffs, which is pretty cool. Finally, the final class, Summoner. Crouching Tiger Z, it can be used immediately after Beckon, basically the only change on that one, so little quality of life improvements on that. And those are basically all of the patch notes on all of the classes for this patch. So that's everything that changed, guys. I hope you found the video useful. If your class wasn't covered in this, it is not changed. If your class was covered, you know, comment in the comment section what you think about it, how you feel about the changes to your class. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you found the video useful, and I will see you at the next video. Peace.